Hello everybody and welcome back live here to the Simraceway Sunday Race Off. We're back from Sonoma and we really can't wait to get this race underway. This is the third race at the skill quads tonight, so the talent level's rising, the competition is rising too with it. We've got devilbevin currently on pole position, just behind him, and 5 cents away is Bamu. Third place is fuPz. gymwhaley stands in P4, DamianBlack P5, Pack 2, 3, 3 and 6. 7th place is orlandofruncillo, and they ran out of runners for today. So again, quite a nifty grid here today. It's not like we're seeing low grids of just 1 or 2 drivers all the time. We've really stepped it up, so massive thanks to everyone who's really kind of put the effort in, made the effort to get themselves in this race here today. They want to be part of something big, and this is what this Sunday Race Off's going to bring. As the game evolves, the competition evolves with it, and I think that's definitely starting to show as the times keep improving. We saw 1 minute 31, which was the pole last time. I think it was about 1:31.4. This time round, the current time, which still remains to be beaten, it may get improved, it may not, is the 1:30.336, so almost a second quicker already. So it really is getting more competitive out there. We've got 2 drivers inside the 1:30 at the moment. Well, in fact, Devil's almost on a 1:29, but Devil and Bamu, the 2 guys, and then you got fuPz, gymwhaley, DamianBlack, and Pack 23 all on a 1:31. Then Orlando and Reba on a 1:32 and a 1:33. So clear to see that those guys are kind of evened out now. We'll see what happens during the race. We saw that it's all very hard to have pace like RacerFan did, but when you see a driver who you think will be competitive and it turns out that they're not quite there, if you get a bad start, especially at this track, you find yourself down to 4th or 5th, it is very difficult to make those places back up, and this is what these drivers have to take into account today. Qualifying is okay, it's a good start, you know, you need to get yourself on the grid in a good position, but it's the race start which is more important. If you can get yourself in that top 3, find yourself some clean air, get yourself in an empty space on the racetrack, then that's where you're going to have the most fun. That's where you're going to be able to get that car in its prime and set those low 1 minute 30s. However, if you go backwards and you find yourself maybe 6th or 7th, you're going to have a long way to the top if you want to try and get yourself back to where you were before. So the race start really is crucial for these drivers here today. So as the session draws to a close, you've got 2 minutes of qualifying left, so roughly maybe 2 more laps for these drivers to try and set a lap time at the moment. And still no further improvements on the pole time. It's still devilbevin with a 1:30.008. He's so close to a 1:29. That is unreal. So very, very interesting to see if he can maybe turn it around and get himself a 1:29. He's currently just started another lap, so I can't see him set a time for around another minute 20 or so. So the session, as we say, drawing to a close. Just watching devilbevin, as we say, 8.3 tenths up on Bamu at the moment. He's coming towards the end of his lap, and just look at the amount of aggression. He's got a minute left, downshift through there, back on the throttle nice and early. So it's scary to watch. You wouldn't think an Evo could be hitting these kind of speeds around a circuit as challenging and as tight as this one. And look at that, he really does just have so much faith inside that cockpit. And that is why he's flying as fast as he is right now. But down the main straight, he will get a chance to set another time. In fact, he's got another 25 seconds. So he will get a chance to set another lap. He crosses the line now. Will it improve? I don't think it has. It's still a 1:30.008. He's only 7 tenths up now. That's changed, but fuPz beats Bamu by 600ths of a second. Banu's out on circuit, but in heavy traffic. In fact, he's in very heavy traffic. You've got Urbanszki there as well. He made an appearance last race. So you've got 2 more racers. So Urbanszki's been able to get himself in here as well. So Orlando's session is over for him, but Banu's very, very held up at the moment. I can't see him improving this time round. Devilbevin's got himself a much more freer circuit. DamianBlack comes towards the end of his session with a 130.9. That brings him 500 towards orlandofruncillo, and that puts him in P5. Pack 233 in the pit lane. gymwhaley also. Reba 88 is going to come towards the end of his lap now, followed by Urbanszki. Let's see what Reba can do. Needs about a 130 to a 131, and it's a 133 he receives. So where the question remains then is going to be Bamu. Can he improve? Oh no, that has held him up appallingly. A 145. That is not the way he wanted to end that qualifying session. Orlando's still out, and that's going to be the end of the qualifying session for him, I'm assuming. It is indeed. So we're going to go to a short warm-up session with devilbevin on pole. Question is, can he beat that 129 in the race and come home a victor at the Sunday Race Off? We'll see you shortly. So we're back now live for the Sunday Race Off. It was devilbevin who got the pole position last time round, but not by much at all. We've now got 14 seconds until the race gets underway. Question is, will he be able to retain his lead as the fastest driver on track? Or will there be another name stopping him at the forefront? So now as we wait the 4 red lights, here we go then. We're racing again in Sonoma race. We're stuck in the start back there for gymwhaley. Immediately darts to the inside, and that almost was a fantastic start. Exactly what I was talking about on the inside line. Here we go then as the field stream up towards the first few corners. And they're struggling through there. Devilbevin's lost the lead. In fact, fuPz has had a tremendous start and takes the lead in the race. He's able to hold on. He grabs that lead and takes it by the reins. He now zooms off this track into the lead. devilbevin behind, orlandofruncillo P3, Damian P4, gymwhaley P5, Barney P6, Reba 88 and 7, 8 Pack 233 and 9 Urbanszki. But devilbevin at the inside, bit of contact there with fuPz. But devilbevin goes back into the race lead. And that's where he'll want to stay at all. He's had a very good start there. He'll be wanting to retain that as the race goes on. And fuPz going wide is not going to be that helpful. As the field make their way through, it's a big pack of cars as well. Urbanszki hoping to try and get that consistency going. He's had a little bit of a bad run. Picked up P3 in his split, but is back here today to see what he can bring to the field. So Pack 233 and Reba could be going for a battle. Pack moves to the inside. Going towards the final hairpin. Let's say Kirk is a late braking move, and he's able to hold the inside line. Reba forces a hole which was never there and gets it back again though. So Devil retains the lead. fuPz in second, Orlando in third, and they're only separated, they're all three of them, by 0.8 seconds. They're so close together, and fuPz almost challenging for a manoeuvre there. He's going to be very careful. The driver's been very respectful. Orlando flashing his lights, obviously not happy with something going on there. And as they flow through, will fuPz look again? He has to be very conservative. If he goes too aggressive, it's going to be evident that Orlando Funcillo is going to be able to punish him for it. Into the right-hander, watch out for any lock-in brakes. gymwhaley's under attack there from DamianBlack. That's the P4, Wally holds on. And Damian retains his qualifying position of 5th. Bamu's there as well, and he's almost made a bit of contact with Damian. Luckily, there was no such contact, and the race carries on. We're already coming up towards the start of lap number 3, so the drivers are doing such a good job right now, keeping their cars on track and providing us with some excellent racing. fuPz again, managing to hold on. Orlando Funcillo doing not too bad at all there, you can tell. Bit of a lock up there for fuPz, so up the inside goes Orlando Funcillo. fuPz can't hold on, he tries to get the cut back, he's going to carry more speed. But will it be enough? He's now going to try and look to the inside, and no, not quite through there. However, he's all over that rear end, and look behind as well, we've got side-by-side action all over the place. Because there's Damian, he's trying to hold off a very aggressive gymwhaley. fuPz has gone way too wide, and he somehow keeps the car pointed in the right direction, but just in front of a hungry horde of cars as well. And they just somehow hold on. fuPz has got a lot of work to do. Orlando Funcillo moves up into 2nd. gymwhaley stays 5th. Now look at Damian, he wants to capitalise on the opportunity. Oh, and he's done so brilliantly. Great job there. And just look at the action that we're seeing here today. This is why Sim Raceway is what it is. This is what makes it such a great game, and why I love commentating and put as much into it as I do. These racers leaving it all out on the racetrack right now. That tarmac is being flooded with talent. Devil still leads now by 1.8 seconds. Orlando Funcillo retains with P2 at the moment, just in front of the cavalry of Damian, fuPz and Bamu. Bamu could not really get his way through. Oh, and now fuPz has hit Damian. fuPz has hit Damian. I think Damian's going to try and swim back, and he gives him a taste of his own medicine. How do you like that? That is sour tasting. fuPz is flashing his lights. Is he going to let him through or no? That's got to be a stop and go if the rule is being applied that we saw earlier on, because the same incident occurred almost. And that was just a chain reaction. fuPz may need to try and surrender that one back. Did he move to the outside? To an extent, yes, but not really. And now you can almost really feel the tension mounting between these drivers. They're putting so much effort into this right now. And fuPz is just about holding on. He's under intense pressure from Damian. Orlando's falling back. Orlando is definitely falling back. And it's all going to fall in back. gymwhaley, I think, is taking a much more aggressive route through there. Urbanszki up to P8, so definitely alive right now. Yeah, so a stop and go has been issued for fuPz. I'm assuming that's going to be for the contact earlier on. You cannot go around arging and barging people like that. And that was a deserved penalty. I think a lot of people will agree with me on that one. There's no other way to call that. But don't forget, they still are fighting for prizes as well. And yeah, he goes in the pits right now to do it. And look at that, side by side again. There goes Bamu. And he's run the inside of Damian. Now that has gone very well. Damian will definitely be vying for that cutback as well. Oh, and he's hit him, and I don't think there was too much there. Damian immediately broke, and he's all trying around the outside. He'll get hung out to dry in a rainstorm, and gymwhaley is that storm. He punishes him and takes P4. Damian tries to hold on, but unfortunately, no can do. He sits back in P5, his qualifying position, so no loss, no gain. Pack 233 sits in 6th, 7th is Urbanszki, 8th place Reba 88, 9th place is fuPz. He's dropped all the way down now thanks to that penalty, so it will very much be a recovery drive. As we're at the halfway stage in this one, it'll be interesting to see if he can try and pull that back. But Jim and Damian still having their intense battle, to say the least. Damian getting ready to pounce, it seems. He wants some of the action, doesn't he? You can really tell. And now as they go in towards that final corner, Damian over to the inside again, flashes his lights. Let's Patch know his position, and gymwhaley, oh, he's made it all go sideways. Damian holds on, and he's actually got a bit of a run on Bamu there, so that'll be interesting to see how that plans out. Right now, Damian looking like he could be the man to turn this race on its head. Let's wait and see though as the cars flow through turn number 1 once again. And Damian, oh, he hits him big time! Big accident there. Bamu's in the middle of the circuit. Pash goes through, and that was a big incident. Both drivers carry on. They get the car straightened up as soon as possible. They haven't lost that many positions. Damian's only down to 6th, Bamu down to P5, but that was a big incident. Urbanszki up to P7 now because of the stop and go earlier on. And that really will change your fortunes of this race. And there is DamianBlack trying to push his way back through. It hasn't really been the most successful race for him so far, but one man who has been successful for thus far is devilbevin. He leads at the halfway stage. We've got 4 laps to go, and Devil is our race leader so far. Crosses the line now, and his nearest competitor Orlando's losing a little bit of time there to Jim, but they're still 8 seconds apart. Pash share P4 as well. And it's almost like the calm before the storm now. The field are quieting down except for the pair again of Damian and Bamu, and Damian almost goes wide. That could have been killer, it really could. So DamianBlack trying to attack Bamu, who's also trying to attack Pash. So it really is a pack attack, if you pardon the pun. And already the intensity starting to rise here at Sonoma Raceway. And look at Damian now all over Bamu. This could be the move. He's got to wait till that happens. He can't try anything just yet. He needs one more corner. Lift. Get on the throttle. Bamu's maybe got the better of it, but not for long. Here comes DamianBlack. This is a move we've been waiting for. He goes up the inside. It's a late move. He's gone way too deep. They're both in the wall. They both get it going again, and Damian has been all over the place here today. He's had his ups, downs, and everything in between, it seems. And Pash 23 has got himself up back into the distance again. But my goodness me, this has been a race and a half. The best part is we've still got a few more races to go as well. In fact, we've still got a few more laps to this one. The gymwhaley currently still holding P3 at the moment, but this is the battle we want to watch. Pack, Damian and Bamu charging right now, fueled up by sheer adrenaline it seems. They're leaving no man behind. They want that P4, and they've already stated their intentions quite clear that they'll do anything to get there. So let's just wait and see what happens as the race wears on. And Damien maybe have got a bit wide. He has indeed. In fact, Bamu can't quite follow. Although he may be able to capitalise on an advantage, Damien doesn't leave enough room despite locking up the brakes. And look how close he is to Pack now. He needs that slipstream as we go on towards the penultimate lap. So here we go. Penultimate lap of action here at Sonoma. And it could not get more exciting than this right now. The best part is the next race we see will be a 12-lapper, then a 14-lapper, and then a 16, and Pat's got wide. Damien forces one up the inside. And Pac, though, still reluctant. He does not want to give way. Damien, again, just about holding on. He's got the move this time. Let's see if Bamu can follow suit. Oh no, Pat's going to try back up the inside. He's gone too deep, though. He's bumped over the apex. And in fact, I think Bamu took a much cleaner line. And he's got up the inside. That was a given, I think. Oh, he's cut across big time. Plows into the side of his door. This is not Dodgems. You've got to try and, you know, there are other drivers there. And the Devil is going to start his final lap very, very shortly. He comes across the final straight now. My goodness me, what a race we're seeing today. But now Barney trying to fight again now against Pash. As Damien folds away into the distance, he's already got himself about a second and a half. And he needs that now. He needs almost 2 seconds clear of Bamu. That is the kind of effect that traffic can have or a slower car can have when you separate two fast cars. The final lap of the race is definitely underway. So let's see what these guys can produce right now. Oh, and Bamu's getting much closer, isn't he? He's all over the back of him. Both of them taking a more rallycross-esque kind of route, however. Here we go. And Pat again defending well. He's got to be said. He's not letting up so far. Oh, and the leaders. What's happened to Devil? What's happened to Devil? He's now 3 seconds behind Orlando. What's happened there? Oh my goodness me, Orlando's in the lead. Devil's P2. What on earth's happened there? There's 3.8 tenths separating them. 9 laps of sheer dominance from Devil. I believe that he spun it on the final lap. So it's got to be an underdog victory here for Orlando then as he enters the final corner. In the most unlikely circumstances, Orlando Frunci is going to cross the start finish line, your winner of the Simraceway Sunday Race Off. Second is devilbevin. Let's keep an eye on what's happening behind as well. Third place is going to be gymwhaley. He will be ecstatic with that one. P4 is going to be DamianBlack. Good job there in the end. P5 Pack holds on from Bamu in P6. 7th is going to be Urbanszki. So a good result there in his second race of the night. 8th place is going to be fuPz. And 9th, Reba 88. What a race, but what on earth happened to our race leader, devilbevin? He must be distraught inside that cockpit. Second is still a fantastic result, but it's not the same when you've been leading that amount of time. I know it myself personally. What a great race that was. So congratulations to Orlando Frunci and all the other racers here today. Don't go anywhere if you like what you've seen, guys. We've still got 3 more races coming up for you tonight. The 3 highest splits, the 3 highest skill sets. It really is going to be an incredible evening of racing action. So from myself, Liam Jenkins, we will see you very shortly.